I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 197. And today we're going to talk about 7 fundamentals to the good life. 7 fundamentals to the good life. They're going to seem so fundamental, but yet so profound when we really learn them, use them, apply them, and master them. And so let's jump right in. First one is learning. We must always be students because we learn from everything. You can learn from a 5-year-old. You can learn from, matter of fact, you could even learn what not to do from people who are doing the wrong things, right? You can learn principles in every situation and everything that we do if you have an eye to look for the lesson in everything. So always look for the lesson in everything. Always look to learn. Of course, you guys know I'm big on reading the books, listening to the audios. Hey, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast if you wasn't about learning. So first off, kudos to you for even listening to this podcast and wanting to get better, because it takes a special person to say, hey, look, instead of listening to music, I'm going to listen to a podcast. I'm going to listen to an audio. I'm going to listen to something that could feed my mind. And so that's number one, is learning. Number two is affirmations, because if we're not speaking into life into ourselves, then who else is, right? I mean, most people are just trying to keep their own heads above water, let alone speaking life into you. So we want to make sure we affirm ourselves. We want to make sure that we are guiding and leading ourselves in the right direction. And sometimes we just have to unprogram ourselves and then reprogram ourselves. And that's what the affirmations do. It gets those thoughts and those ideas into the subconscious, and you get to decide what thoughts and ideas you want in your subconscious. So that's number two. Number three is visualization. Visualization. See, you want to, if you think about the word imagine, it's I image, right? Um, and so you get an image with your eyes, right, of what you want to see manifested in your life. So you have to imagine, you have to visualize, you have to see yourself where you want to be. That's another big piece to the subconscious, because the mind thinks in pictures, not in words. So if you get that picture so clearly in your mind so often, your subconscious is not going to know if it's reality or not. And your subconscious never sleeps. So your subconscious is like, hey, this is what we are, this is who we are, this is what we're doing. All right, let's make it happen. This is what we're supposed to do. So visualization is important. It's a key component. And I think a lot of people miss that because they feel like it's weird. But you just sometimes we call it daydreaming, right? But it's important, right? It's something that we should really be mindful of. So number one, learning. Number two, affirmations. Number three, visualization. Number four is journaling. Journaling. I'm big on journaling because I like to document my life. I like to go back and look at things and say, okay, this is where I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. And I can say, wow, look at how I've grown. Or I could even say, hey, that's still an issue. That's still a challenge. That's still something that I need to work on. Now I can be mindful of it because I've documented it. So, in journaling, sometimes it's just a good mental break because sometimes you may not have someone else to share certain things, and you can get it all out on paper, and nobody's going to argue you, nobody's going to combat anything you have to say because you just get to get it down on paper. So journaling works well for so many different reasons. Number 5 is goal setting. Goal setting is huge because we don't want to just be existing in life. We want to be progressing, and we want to be moving toward a goal. We want to be moving towards something, right? And making incremental shifts, incremental changes in our lives. So goal setting is huge. It's important. And if you don't have a goal, you're running a race without a finish line. You've heard me say that before. So we don't want to just be running, because that's how I think sometimes people get burned out, and because they don't have that purpose. And so it's like they're running, 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 making things happen, doing uh, a lot of nothing sometimes, and there's no purpose behind everything because there's no target. There's no, okay, when I hit here, boom, I've arrived, so to speak, and then I can set the target on something else, and you just keep on graduating to something new. But the goal setting has to be something that's there, even for your, back to your mental space, right? To make sure that we feel like we are accomplishing in life. If you guys remember, a few episodes ago, we talked about the emotional needs that we have. One of those emotional needs is the need to feel like we've accomplished something, and that happens by goal setting. Number 6 is exercise. We got to exercise because happy, if we want to have you know a healthy lifestyle, or if we want, if it's pointless to be wealthy and to not be healthy. So they go hand in hand. And what good is it to have all the wealth in the world and to be too sick to enjoy it? So but even when you exercise, there's endorphins that happen, there's chemicals that are happening in your body that you don't even realize. The dopamine that's being released, right? The happy drug, all these different things are happening. They're triggers that cause us to feel better, to feel happy, to feel uh you know like we are progressing in life, physically, but mentally and emotionally, spiritually, all of those things line up. We got to be in alignment, right? Because you don't want to be like that wheel with a spoke that's off, because then the wheel goes lopsided. But we want to have a perfectly not. There'll never be perfection, but at least if you could have those wheels in alignment, so to speak, where at least the wheel rolls properly, right? And then number 7 is nutrition. I heard someone say years ago that we dig our grave with our teeth, and I never forgot that because I think it's so true. I mean, you have people who know good and well that they shouldn't eat certain things. Now, don't get me wrong, we all eat junk food every now and then, or we all may have a cheat day every now and then. Maybe you may have a cheat day or two, right? But not every day you should have a cheat day. Not every day should you just indulge in just anything and everything and whatever, right? We want to be mindful because certain things that we eat literally dictate what's happening in our body, you know? And so I'll be honest, I used to be one of those folks who said, look, if I exercise, then I can eat whatever I want. And that was true up until a certain age. But then once you start getting a little older, you start realizing, like, wait, 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 well, hold on now. Like, you know, you got to exercise, but you also got to be mindful of other things that you're eating because, if you want to live a long life with longevity and create that lasting legacy, then the nutrition part is important. So, learning, affirmations, visualization, journaling, goal setting, exercise, nutrition, you put all 7 of those things together, I believe that you will have the good life, right? Because if you're constantly learning, you're going to be the best at what you do. If you're affirming, then you're going to be confident. You're going to be strong in everything that you're doing because you believe. So that way you will achieve. If you're I can't even say it, visualizing, then then you're going to get where you want to be because you see it so often in your spiritual eyes. Like I always say this, when you close your physical eyes and turn on your spiritual eyes, that's when you can really see what you need to see. Journaling, again, like I said, Sometimes we just got to get stuff off our chest. Sometimes we just got to record things and then just put it in perspective. Sometimes just writing it down puts it in perspective for us because, like, wait, that wasn't so bad when I actually wrote it out. I could have done better in that situation. So journaling is just it's a very therapeutic in a lot of ways. And then goal setting. Obviously, if we're looking to progress in life, if we're looking to be free, what does freedom actually look like? Do we have a target? Do we have a goal? Do we have a destination? And then, of course, exercising and nutrition, they go hand in hand. If we're going to be healthy, if we're going to be around for a long time, we got to eat right, and we also got to make sure we exercise. So I hope you guys got some value from this. I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. God bless, and we'll see you all over the top. Welcome back to our Code Freedom Book Club. And remember, we are reading, and it's been about a month, but I think we could stay here for a little while because I think it's a lot of things that we want to discuss here with our book club. And so just remember, we are reading One More by Ed Mylett, The Power of One More. And I just wanted to read one portion here that I thought was really, really powerful. He says, most actions we take are habits. And he said to upgrade your habits. We need to create new habits. And of course, if you've ever read any of the books like Atomic Habits and there's a book called Habits, they talk about the strategy to really shift your habits. Because if you think about it, like most of the things you do in a daily basis, our habit. Like, I mean, think about it. Just think about your morning routine. You get up, probably. I'm just making a guess, right? You get up, probably. You know, you probably go use the bathroom. You might brush your teeth. There's certain things you do every single day. You flick the light on a certain way. You jump in the shower. You do certain things every single day, and you don't even think about it, right? Your mind actually does certain things to protect you so that you don't have to think about everything, right? So it could keep you with the energy that you need. You don't have to sit there and think about everything you got to do. It's like, oh, we do this all the time. Boom, we're good. But some of those habits are not serving us well. So the goal should be to, understand what the triggers are. What are the triggers? Like, what triggers you to go eat that food late at night that you know you shouldn't eat? That junk food or that whatever, right? What's the trigger there? And then of course you end up taking the action, and then the reward, there's a prize of, oh man, it felt good to eat that, or it felt good to do that, right? But if we could use those three things, the trigger, the action, and the reward or the prize, and create new habits, what if we could create success habits that guide us in the directions that we want to go? And so, what Ed Mylett suggests is that you make a list of habits that you need to reach your goal, and then make a list of habits that are not serving you well. And then we start to implement a lot of those things by creating triggers for the things that we actually need. So I just thought that was really, really powerful. Just want to share that quick little spot as it relates to this book. I hope you guys are reading it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And if not, hey, at least you're getting some quick nuggets from me from what I got from it. But hey, listen, I don't want to just grow by myself. I want you to grow with me, but I also want to be able to engage. So come on over to thewaytofreedom.info and join our Facebook uh, uh, Code Freedom podcast community. And we want to be able to share with you and hear what you're getting from the book. So go ahead and post. Can't wait to hear from you all. God bless. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.